Okay, since you've got your pad and your pencil ready, what you do is whatever subject you want to study about, let's call this money, Money. Then you say, hey, what do I know about money? Well, I don't know much about money other than we see people around and they're killing each other for it and everything like that. So what you could do is reverse engineer money. Reverse engineer. What that means is you take money and you break it down into its tiniest components and you find out how it works, what it is, and then you could basically, you know, do what you need with it. The thing about when I reverse engineered money is I found out that we don't need it. It only exists, exists, in human brains. Because animals have no concept. Animals have no such concept. Now, because if you take, let's say, a hungry lion, the hungry lion is going to try to look for the weakest person to eat. It doesn't say this one, has the most money in the bank, or this one is unemployed, so I'll eat that person. It's only human beings do these kinds of things. Now, people before they had like plastic and coins and this cotton blend, that we call money. They bartered. That means they took somebody's cow, and that was equivalent to, I guess, 2 ducks, and these kinds of things, whatever it was at the time, because salt, different forms of items, let's say commodities, they were worth more than, in some cases, gold at different times. It's what human beings, put value on. Now, since you had more salt, then salt became, so to speak, less valuable. And people are saying that, oh, it's the gold standard. Gold doesn't tarnish. It doesn't fade. So let's have gold as a, to store the value. But coming back to the bartering situation, who owned the first cow, or the first duck, or the first piece of land to say, well, I'll trade, a piece of my land for, 2 pigs? Who owned the first anything? WHO, who OWNED, who owned the first anything? Well, nobody did. You could think logically, and you could come to that conclusion. Like, take for example, North and South America, what's called the New World. Did they have people living here, or did Columbus bring people, so to speak, to keep the land warm for Spain, Portugal, Portugal, hey, good handwriting, France, England, Great Britain, or whatever, England, etc. Yeah. Okay. Was that the case? Or did these people sail, so to speak, and plant a flag and say, hey, in the name of some king or queen, I claim this? King or Queen. And we'll get to this royalty thing again too, because that's another concept that only exists in human brains. Okay, you could make an asterisk and say, I'll come back to that. And you'll see how it all ties together, because we are all one race living on one planet. One race living on one planet. Okay. Everything that you get will be information. You just have to use your logic to decipher if that information is indeed correct or not. Now, like I said, they try to have anti counterfeiting. I forgot how you spell counter. COUNTERFEITING. Is that counterfeiting? Anti-counterfeiting measures so that people could keep their faith in the money system. Otherwise it's going to fall apart if people have no FAITH in the money system. There are more people that actually believe in money than people, believe in God. Because atheists still use money. Now, once you realize that we don't need money, well, it's the majority of people that actually still have been conditioned to believe this. I'm not saying that you shouldn't pay rent or, you should take stuff. The thing is, there are what you call leaders of countries, like Hugo Chavez, Chavez, or any other leader, like Fidel Castro. Good. They or any other, so to speak, leader of a country, they can set aside, let's say this is the country, they set aside a piece of public land, and they have like the poorest people live and work that land and build houses. Everything is self-contained with no money. These people can live life. Now they won't have the widescreen TV, flat panel widescreen TV. They won't have that. They won't have that. They won't have the latest cell phones, the fastest cars, but they will be fed. F-E-D. They'll have food because they will grow it. But nobody wants to do that because they're still stuck in this money system where you have to have, so to speak, an economy, or